couldn't talk him into the co-main event? Did you ask him, could we do the co-main, go 3 rounds?
Nah, I asked straight for the main event on this one, bucko.
What's the feeling like right now? I mean, obviously the energy that you walk in the room is a lot different than it was a couple weeks ago. So what's the feeling like for you right now?
Kill or be killed. Go out there and get the kill, get the job done. Go home, you know what I mean, and do my thing.
Obviously you got a lot of criticism after the last performance, right? I mean, even from Dana himself. So is there something that you've seen that's said that's bothered you, or is it something within yourself? Like why the difference right now?
Just here to do the job. You know what I mean? It's like everybody wanted Big Mouth until Big Mouth failed. Now they don't want Big Mouth anymore. So as far as I'm concerned, I'll go out there and do what Trailblazer does, collect my dub, and then take my black ass back home.
I was gonna say that's the tough part, right? Is everybody thought it was entertaining until you lose, and then now it's not entertaining anymore. Like you shouldn't be acting that way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still have little things to say here and there, but overall, I just want to get the job done, take my ass home, and spend some time with the kid. Get back in here when they need me to get back in here, and then see what the future holds after that.
What did you personally take out of your performance last time? Did you think is there something you think what did happen that night?
I guess you could say I'm a little delusional. I feel like at the end of the day, I knew I was losing on the scorecard, but at the same time, it's like, how the fuck do you grant a guy a win for laying and praying for 20 minutes? And when the fuck do you stand the fight up? If you don't do none of those, then I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And it's like you go back and you watch the Darren Tills versus Tyrone Woodley fight. How many times they break that fight? How fast? How quick? How this? How that? You know what I mean? Then you got me here locking this man up. He ain't doing shit. And you don't stand the fight up. It is what it is. What I took away from it is the same thing my son said. Daddy, don't let a man hump you anymore. So I won't let the man hump me anymore.
Fair enough. Do you have any regrets at all for anything that happened in that fight?
No regrets at all. No regrets for talking to Khabib. No regrets for people being upset. No regrets for anything at all. I seen what I needed to see. People's reactions gave me a lot. Now here I am. I'm stepping up last second, giving you guys what you want. Like Chael Sonnen said, I owe the people one. This is me giving the people what I owe them. I plan on getting what I feel like I owe myself as well. I'll get those. Like I said before, I'll take my ass home, and then we'll see what's next. It is what it is. The people can be sour after I fuck their money off once again. They talk about how they bet all that money on me, but bet money on Marvin. I'll take that money. My people who really believe in me, they'll bet some on me. They'll bank in the money that they missed last time. And like I said before, I'll go home and I'll have a good time. Wow, is that Amanda Nunes right there? Oh my God, you're the GOAT, the real GOAT. There we go. Yeah.
Did you have a conversation with Dana at all? Did you speak with him between then and now?
Dana wasn't really happy with the performance, and I can understand why he wasn't happy with the performance. He's the boss. He was looking forward to me doing certain things to Brunson so, it could bring better revenue later on. I don't think Brunson brings good revenue to the game or to the sport, so I could feel where he was upset from. Everybody else who was upset, shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I can understand where the boss is upset from. I understand where the boss is coming from 100%. Have I talked to him? Here and there, he's had things to say, and best believe I've had open ears and I've listened.
So they still put you back in here, right? So does that mean that, hey, maybe they do have faith in you, that they gave you a main event opportunity on ABC?
I think there were some things that I needed to work on before I got this main event, but at the same time, when the company needs somebody to step up, I'm here to step up when nobody else will. So I think it was one of those situations where it was, I think Trailblazer needed to be here, and I'm here.
I certainly understand and respect your approach. Is there any part of you that's sad that you can't mess with Marvin a little bit more? Because he seems like a guy that you could wind up pretty dang good.
No, I can mess with him. I'm mess with him in the cage. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, he's going to get toyed with. You know what I mean? The work with Marvin's head has already been put in. You know what I mean? So when we get out there, I'll show you guys exactly what I mean.
Nice. Last thing for me, wins seem to change everything, right? People have short memories. So, a win here obviously puts you back to the top. But what kind of fight do you think we see here? 'Cause I think that's the mystery, right? Everybody wants to know, no talking at all, still a little bit of a showmanship in there. What kind of fight do we see?
I'm always going to have showmanship. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. What we look forward to seeing in there is we look forward to see good, consistent work. You know what I mean? And that's what I'll give you guys: good, consistent work with a little less talking. And that's what the people want. That's what the people will receive on this one.
So, Kevin, when you got out of the cage, got home, started checking your phone, and you saw the reaction from fans, did you understand it, or were you completely taken by surprise that they were quite so pissed off at you?
Nah, it didn't really bother me too much. At the end of the day, you kind of understand what you're getting yourself into with the MMA game. They're new fans. It's a new sport. It's still new today until it becomes old. These people, they don't know what they want. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really bother me. They can say what they want to say, and they can do whatever they want to do. They don't pay me, and none of them would say it to my face, so it's no big deal.
When Dana's pissed off at a fighter, it's not every day that they get a chance at redemption just a couple of weeks later. So the chance for you to step in and say, look, boss, like I heard you, this is a good performance. Are you happy that you get that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely happy I get to make the boss happy, you know what I mean? I still got to go out there and do it, you know. Definitely heard him loud and clear. It's up to me to show him. So, you know, yeah, it's nice to be able to get back in there as soon as possible and right the wrongs. But at the end of the day, you know, all those wrongs that people feel like I need to right, at the end of the day, you have to go back and watch that fight again. The man did nothing. You know, the only person that was in there really getting active and really doing something was me. Even on bottom, I was still smacking. You know what I mean? He was praying, I was smacking. So, yeah, it feels good. It feels good to go out there and to get a dub on this one. It's going to feel good. But we'll see until we see.
Dana aside, referring back to the fans, and I can understand why you might sort of question why they're so angry at you, because they were big fans of your sort of activity before. If you win on Saturday, which is going to feel more strong inside you? See, I told you I was still good, or how about fuck you, none of you are on my side until, you know, since you showed me your true colors?
It's a double whammy, you know what I mean? It's fuck you, a lot of you aren't on my side, and it's yeah, look, you know, I'm the shit. But, you know, it's like, that being said, it doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? It's like, after I show them and they're all like, ooh, look what Kevin's done. It goes right back to that Candyman scenario that I said, you know what I mean? It's like, who's to say I won't have bad candy again? Or who's to say I'll go out there and win a fight not the way they want me to win the fight and I'll have problems, you know what I mean? It's, the people are the people. They never know what they want until they get what they want. They never know what they don't want until they get what they don't want. You know, it's like everybody thinks they want that new flavor that comes out until they get that new flavor, and then you have 50% that say it tastes like shit and 50% that says it tastes pretty good. It's just the people. Everybody has an opinion, just like assholes. Their opinion to it, you know what I mean? Some are going to flush it here, some are going to flush it down there. It's just going to get flushed.
What do you think of Vettori himself, and what are you expecting out of him in this fight?
Vettori, you know, same thing like I said about Brunson on the last one. You know, I'm fighting guys who've only lost, the last time they lost was to the champ. You know, so these are good fights. These are good competition. This is tough competition. I'm not worried about 25 minutes this time, so he can work the full 25. What I think about Marvin Vettori is, you know, I think he's a young man, and I think he's found what he wants to do, you know, and that's good, and that's props to him, you know. We're two totally different people. You know, what I think about him personally and what I think about him as a fighter doesn't really matter until we get in there and I smack his head off.
This might be a random question. It's the last one for me. When Marvin was in here earlier, he said that he had suspicions about Darren Tills' injury to his collarbone, and he kind of had some questions about it, and he said, I haven't seen an x-ray of it. Do you think Darren Till possibly faked that injury?
No, man. I don't think fighters are around here faking injuries so that they don't have to fight another fighter. You know what I mean? It's like Marvin Vettori has a bunch of shit to say. Did he tell you guys about how when we were in Jacksonville, Florida, he was crying that me and my team were gonna jump him? Did he tell you about that?
He didn't. Please, could you?
He didn't tell you about that? All right. Well, then the next time you guys get Marvin in here, tell him to tell you about some good actual facts and quit speaking about other bullshit. You know what I mean? Darren Till's going through what he's going through. Tell Marvin to shut the fuck up and leave that situation alone. Let the man heal up, and if he still wants to fight him, fight him. You know what I mean? Marvin's over here bitching about this shit when there's nothing to really bitch about. You know what I mean? It's like, if Darren's hurt, Darren's hurt. If Darren can't make it here, Darren can't make it here. You don't know what the hell he's going through. Shut the fuck up.
Was that the Jacksonville show where Marvin's fight fell through, like at the last minute?
Yeah, that's when his fight fell through, and I offered to step up and take the fight, and he swore up and down that I didn't offer to step up and take the fight. Well, here I am right now stepping up to take the fight again. So what does that show you? Who's right, who's wrong?
And just expand on those details about you and your crew nearly jumping him, please.
Huh?
Just expand on what happened. You said you guys nearly jumped him.
Oh, you know, we didn't nearly jump him. He swore up and down we were gonna jump him. You know, my team was telling me to calm down. I had just won my fight, and he was running around screaming, drunk, pissed off that he didn't get the fight. You know, it's you know, he's talking about Darren Till not stepping up and being able to fight. We need to check Marvin Vettori, check his alcohol levels. You know what I mean? That's what I want. Check his alcohol levels. I think that man drinks too much.
Thanks, mate.
Only one for me is, I know you're a guy that likes his gear. What are your thoughts on? Have you had a chance to look at the new Venom stuff, and what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Not a fan of the white jackets. I wish we had more options than just white or black jackets. But you know, go collect some wins, and then maybe my say-so will matter. Sweet.
What was the process of you taking this fight? I mean, did they call you? Did you reach out to them? How did that come about?
Honestly, man, I'm confused on how the whole thing came apart. I was in the shower. I got a phone call from my coach about Darren Tills being out of the fight, and he asked me what I thought, and I told him I thought it was a great idea. I was so happy that just got out the shower. I had to get right back in the shower, so that tells you a lot.
You said a couple minutes ago that you wanted to work on some things maybe first. Maybe it was a better idea to work on some things in the gym. Was there any hesitation then to jump right back in?
I always say it's a good idea to work on some things, but I didn't say I wanted to work on some things. I don't want to work on shit, you know what I mean? I want to go home, smoke a blunt, and chill for a little while. I've been fighting nonstop. No, the best thing to do is to step up when they tell you to step up. The best thing to do is to be here when you need to be here, and I'm here. Work on? I mean, come on, bro. I got taken down like 6-7 times last time. I could work on takedown defense, but I also took down a guy who's never been taken down in the 85 division on my first shot. So maybe less offensive wrestling and more defensive wrestling. I don't know. I mean, we'll figure it out. You know, I'm gonna work on some things Saturday night. Saturday afternoon. You know what I mean? But then after that, you know, shit, I'm gonna go eat some food, find my first flight home, and get home. That's what I'm gonna do.
Now that you brought up the afternoon, does that change anything about your preparation on a fight day to be in the afternoon?
Nah, man, I usually spar around 12 o'clock. Our gym sessions are 11:30 on Saturdays. That's our sparring session. So I see a lot of people online having stuff to say. Our gym sessions are 11:30 on Saturdays. So, I'm used to sparring in the daytime. And that's also an invite to anybody who wants to come to the gym and spar.
I don't think anybody took advantage of the pandemic fight schedule more than you did, as far as getting in there constantly, all these wins, increasing your profile, everything that you were able to do in 2020. Do you feel that momentum was erased, or did you think it was just kind of slowed down by what happened?
Erased in what way? Losing to Brunson?
Yeah.
I don't know. The people were mad because they didn't make any money off of me. That's really what they're upset about. They're upset because they placed bets on me and then they didn't win. That's really what they're upset about. Take momentum away? Nah, man, I got humped. You know what I mean? I didn't get knocked out. I didn't get beat up. I didn't even get any real damage done to me. It's like if that made me lose momentum, then shit. These people are weird as fuck.
I think if people hear you say you might talk less in the fight, maybe that might not be what a lot of people want. A lot of people like you because you do it that way.
They need to decide what they want then. Stop saying you don't want big mouth. Stop saying you want me to be quiet. You want me to be quiet, I'll be quiet. You want me to talk, I'll talk. You don't know what the fuck y'all want. You know what I mean?
Well, my question is, it doesn't matter what people want. If you win.
It does matter what people want. Because what people want is what pays the bills.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The more fans that you have to tune in, the more fans that are happy, the more money that the company can make and the more money that I could possibly make. I'm a company man. I don't think anybody understands when I say that I'm a company man. I'm a company man. I was raised with my grandparents. They had their own business. You know what I mean? So I understand business. I understand that Derek Brunson's bad for business. So my goal is to get back to Derek Brunson, make him retire and get out of the game. You know what I mean? Business. It's all about business. If the people like me, it's good business. The people don't like me, it's bad business. I want the people to like me. Right now, they might not like this interview, but once I put the fight together, they'll be happy. And then if they really want Big Mouth, they can get Big Mouth back. But right now, it's time for action, and it's time for the job to get done. So let's go get the job done.
Well, I guess my question would be, shouldn't you do what makes you comfortable, what makes you fight better, and that's how you should perform, not necessarily what the...
Come to my gym. Come to my gym. I'll show you several different styles. I can fight all kinds of ways. You know what I mean? And it's like, what makes me happy? What makes me happy is this fat ass check I'm about to get. Trust me, I'm happy.
Thanks, man.